Okay, let's just check how we handle each cell. At this moment, let me select A1, the cell A1. So place your cursor here. Then still our cursor shape is an arrow. But when you select it and click it, our cursor shape changed to thick plus sign. But if you move your cursor some other place, still looks like that way, right? So whenever you click it, it looks like a thick plus sign. Now, when you select A1 and typed anything, so let's say 1, as in our lecture note, and for some reason, if you want to place this number 1 in other cell instead of A1, then of course you can just do that, like typing in there again. But if you don't need this one in A1, you have to remove it, right? So select it and hit a delete key. Is one way you can do that, right? But it's just several different works. So how about just to move that data to some other place? We can do that by just dragging using your mouse. So let's say move this data from H2 to A1. Then place your cursor here and around that boundary of the cell. Then can you see that your cursor shape changed to thin plus sign? Then click your left button, but don't release. Okay, just push it. Then you can actually dragging that cell. Then you can see this gray shadow. So just to place that shadow in any cell that you want to place that data in it, then release your left button. Then you can see that number 1 is moved from H2 to A1. So by that way you can do many different things. So there are big difference between having this thick plus sign and thin plus sign. It's only changed on the selected cell. If you place your thick plus sign in any other unselected cells, it's always just a thick one, right? But move that one over here and place your cursor around the boundary, it changed like this. Then that's the moment you can actually dragging that data in some other place by click left button and move any other place and release it. Okay, then how about selecting many different cells at a time? Yes, then just place any cell for starting with, and don't use this one, use thick one, and click left button, don't release, and just dragging. Then as you can see here, it's actually select all these cells in rectangular shape. Okay, like that. So we can just select many different cells. Of course, it doesn't copy or move this data from A2. It's only just selecting that many cells at once. But after that, you can do certain things. So let me just select this much, and you can change the color of the cell by this one. So how about whenever you just roaming around your cursor on here, actually you can see how does it look like after you select that one, right? So if you like that choice, you can click it, then it changes the color like that. If you don't like it, then there are two ways. You can use this undo, change back like that, or you just change the color again to something else, like this. Okay, and I already mentioned this one in the previous lecture video, but for some reason, if you feel like you need to change the size of this column, then in this case, because you cannot see all the data in there, then place your cursor, then once again it's changed to kind of thin plus sign, then left click and dragging it, you can change the size of it by that. And same thing on the size of rows, right? So vertical size, right, like this. So using this cursor, you can actually handle a lot. If you want to change the position, then just you can use this one too.